In this video, I want to talk about shorting Bitcoin, the retested resistance strategy. In the last video, I spoke about how I was looking for the 90,000 to be the retested resistance. And as you can see, we've had a drop down in Bitcoin. And now we're approximately at the 84,000 mark. You can see here we've got increased volume to the downside. So this bearish move has become stronger and the sellers are taking control. So you can see that now this relief rally that we did have, we can confirm that we're now in bearish territory, having this rejection. And the 90,000 became the retest resistance, and we've had it down. So just looking a bit more closely, we could have taken a short under the 88,000 here. You can see that we had this rise up, got a rejection on the 90,000, and this bearish crossover with this moving average, the 200 daily moving average, and it's headed lower and broke these levels. So we could have either shorted this low or got a better position higher at the 88,000 and been in this short. Now we've had a bounce off the 81, 82 level, and we've risen up. I think what we want to see if we go lower is the 80 or the 83 to become the retested resistance. So like you saw here back in the earlier move to the downside, we got this move down, we broke through the 90,000, it started to reject the 90,000 and then headed lower. We need a similar thing to happen over on this side of the chart. It may take some time to evolve, and we may get some consolidation or bounces up towards maybe the 85 or even higher. Not sure yet. Currently, the volume is relatively low to the upside compared to this move down. So it's a matter of just waiting and watching to see if we get a similar pattern to this. So this is essentially the pattern that we want to see. We want to see an arrival at the 80,000, a bounce, which we're currently in, and then we start to break through the 80,000 and then retest it. And that's when we want to start entering our short positions. Stop can be above the 80,000, maybe around the 83 or 84, and our short can be just below any of these lower low reference points. After we enter our position, we want to see our first target to be any of these lows. And the reason for that is if Bitcoin heads down here and we get a bounce, we don't want to be trapped in another bullish move to the upside. And you can see here, as we had this correction back in April of 2025, we had a bounce off the 80,000, and then it broke through the 80,000, but managed to get back on top of the 80,000, and then it rose. Probably the only difference now, though, is back then we still had bullish momentum, highlighted by the fact that this is green. There was no crossover between the 100 and 200 day moving averages. Whereas now we've got a bearish crossover, which indicates bearish momentum. And you can see here it's being retested and rejected. So what I would like to see first is we can enter. We're in our shorts, and we may want to move our stops down to sort of make sure that we're either breaking even or taking profit. But we could get a situation where we break through the 80,000 and then get back above it again and rally. Ideally, if we want to short this market, we want it to go further down. Our first target will be this low, And then our second target will be towards the 65,000, where there's more supply. Essentially, these numbers are key values that pin Bitcoin back to the 100,000. And the same thing with the 130, these levels above the 100,000, they pin the price of Bitcoin back to the 100,000. So if we want to leave this number, we need to get support on the 130,000, or if we want to leave it in terms of shorting, we want the 65 to become the retested resistance and head lower. But we'll have to wait and see, as this will take time to evolve. You can see here that our momentum MACD values are starting to point more bearish. We had that relief rally, which shows that the MACD has crossed over and has gone green for the 3 daily MACD. And then our daily MACD is still in a bearish crossover, and our weekly is still in bearish momentum, similar to the monthly MACD. But there may be a situation where our daily curls back up and crosses it back above the zero line here, which is what we don't want if we're looking to short. As all these MACD lines are below zero, this is what we want if we want to see a sustained bearish momentum. You can see here back in November, the times where shorting were at its best were when all these lines are in red. So November was a good entry point here. We want to see something similar over here. So just to finalize this, what I'm doing next in terms of risk management, you never want to risk more than 1 to 2% of your capital. Avoid chasing the breakdowns. We want to determine what our entries are before we get any breakdown. And we want to wait for confirmation that the price of Bitcoin has retested that 80,000 as retested resistance before we head down. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like and a thumbs up, and hopefully I can get some more subscribers, as this is a new channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.